Discretion advised. Content may contain adult language that may be considered violent, subject, or sexual in nature. May not be acceptable for a young audience.
Like, Meth, come on, get in the car. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm not making a connection here. And I'm like, oh, that's Puff car. That's Puffy car. Ain't no way I'm getting in that motherfucking car. No fucking way. Even though, you know, I ain't got no beef with Puff.
Why would I get in the car with you, Diddy? Like, you're a boy. You just riding around trying to pick up boys. And if you don't know young people, don't get in the car with strangers, especially if they're on TV and their name is P. Diddy.
Video contains AI thumbnails and graphics to help portray the story better. Sometimes using an embellishment to better depict the story being told.
Damn, you gonna be like that? Fine, man. I'll call someone else for money. I thought you was my friend, bro.
Get the fuck out of here, then. Goofy. Tonight, we're about to get into Diddy's bizarre sex life and 5 times that Diddy faced off with law enforcement on law and crime. Their little network or whatever. And I also got this Method Man interview where he was talking about Diddy back in the 90s because everybody been knew Diddy was creepy. And if you ain't know Diddy was creepy, you was probably been living under a rock or something. Don't sign a contract with Diddy because it can be freaky and you ain't going to get no money. And if you want to make some money, maybe sign with somebody else, but don't sign with Diddy because he won't make no money. You understand?
To stage freak-offs have taken center stage at his sex trafficking and racketeering conspiracy trial. The jury is literally getting a look inside Sean Combs' bedroom, and it's a lot to see. Combs maintains he's committed no crimes, at least not federal ones. His attorneys have said he's engaged in domestic violence, but they say he's not a racketeer and he's not a sex trafficker.
Yeah, Shane goes to the hospital. Like, what do we do? Give Diddy like a year or two in jail? Like a year or two in jail? She went to the hospital, you know, maybe up to 5 years. But I don't see nothing more than that.
Combs' attorneys also say he's never sexually assaulted anyone. Now, during his trial, jurors have heard testimony from 2 women who were in relationships with Sean Combs, Cassie Ventura and Jane. Jane testified under a pseudonym. We're not revealing her real name. Both women told jurors about hotel night.
Why is her voice breaking up? Do they have like AI news reporters on this little long crime network? Hold on, we're going to review that other video they had on this one, right? And I don't even know if it's working now at this point. Let's see.
Every single angle of this trial, but this is not the first time that Sean Combs has made the news for major scandals. From a deadly stampede at a concert to a scuffle with a football coach, we are taking a look back at the disgraced music mogul's prior legal troubles, and we are sitting down with the brother of one of the victims of that stampede to get his take.
Well, I'm going to have to speed through this. We might listen to a little bit of that interview too, but I already promised the Method Man interview. That's in the intro.
By the way, side note, everybody's talking about AI these days. Let me tell you something.
I can't believe Long Crime Network really trying to sell us some AI. I came here to hear about the 5 times Diddy got in trouble with the police. Come on.
A stranger to law enforcement or a courtroom or scandal. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a closer look at a few other times.
And what we're going to do is we're going to speed run this. Do you have like numbers? No, but we'll see a little bit.
Dior Combs was born in 1993, right around the time that Combs and the football coaching staff at the college. I'll give you a little bit of background for you. So Combs' eldest biological son, Justin Dior Combs, was born in 1993, right around the time that Combs...
Okay, so he's a little bit younger than me. It's crazy how old we all is now.
Combs was getting his feet wet in the music business at Uptown Records in New York. His mother is Misa Hilton, by the way, the stylist, the fashion designer who's actually been seen at Combs' current criminal trial, by the way. Now, after playing as both a quarterback and cornerback in high school in New York, Justin started college at UCLA in 2012 and joined their football program. Now, according to UCLA's roster, Justin didn't see any playing time his first year, but then took the field in 2013 and the...
Can you get to the point, bro? Can you get to the point? This Jesse Weather dude don't want to get to no points about this Sean Diddy Combs thing. And like, I don't understand, bro. We're trying to hear about the 5 times Diddy got in legal troubles. And for now, you're just talking about his kid. Like, why are you getting this man's children involved in this, you weirdo?
The 2014 season. And in June of 2015, Combs apparently took issue with the way that one of his coaches was treating his son. So he ends up taking it up with the coach in person in the sports off-season. Now, we got our hands on a report from...
Yo, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. So Diddy was about to beat somebody up over his son. That's what you're supposed to do as a father, though. Like, yeah, it's kind of a crime, but what is this, like a fine or something?
The University of California Police, which lays out what reportedly happened here. Quote, suspect went to the UCLA weight training facility with his son, a member of the football team, to confront the strength and conditions coach regarding his dismissal of the son from practice that day. The coach was on the phone and motioned for him to wait. After a short time, the suspect and his son entered the office and words were exchanged. The suspect approached the coach and physically assaulted him, causing some minor scratches and tearing his shirt. Several members of the training staff came to the coach's aid.
So is this Jesse guy AI, and was the last person the Long Crime Network had AI? Is this like a whole big AI like scheme?
And removed the suspect from the coach's office. The suspect then briefly strangled an intern, causing minor scratches to his neck. Members of the staff were able to move the suspect toward the exit. The suspect briefly put it...
If I can find this and this is true, I'm going to put a screenshot of it over it and put it verified. And if I can't find it, we can't even verify these claims.
Another member of the coach's staff in a headlock-type hold. The suspect then obtained a small kettlebell weight and swung it in the direction of the staff members. The weight did not strike anyone.
Well, what is you supposed to do when people's harassing your kids? You know what I mean? What is you supposed to do when people's harassing your kids?
The suspect then left. The suspect's son claims the suspect's actions were in self-defense. Then there's something that's redacted. Due to the minor nature of the injuries and fleeing use of the weight not resulting in any contact with the victim, the case is referred to the Los Angeles City Attorney's Office for misdemeanor filing consideration. Now, according to UCLA, Combs was arrested and charged with assault with a deadly weapon.
Okay. They said, nah, this is seeming a little crazy. We're going to get to the next one. They try and demonize Diddy. I'm not here for it, guys. I'm not here for them to demonize Diddy like this.
Which later became Bad Boy Entertainment. And Department sends over their recommendation to the district attorney's office, and they declined to prosecute. That's according to Variety. But
Cool.
that was not the only alleged episode of violence. Many of Combs' legal problems.
Well, I thought we had 4 of them. You know what I mean? Like, he likes to beat up dudes. He likes to beat up bitches or whatever. That's a little bit crazy, whatever. I wish he wouldn't be beating up on females. And I wish he would get in a ring or something. Let's get Diddy in rehab and like a boxing ring.
Date back to the 90s when he shot to stardom as the founder of Bad Boy Records, which later became Bad Boy Entertainment. And he had some episode of violence. Many of Combs' legal problems date back to the 90s when he shot to stardom as the founder of Bad Boy Records, which later became Bad Boy Entertainment.
And that's why we going back to that time in the interview right after this.
And he had some pretty serious beef with his fellow record executive over at Interscope Records named Steve Stoute. So Stoute claimed that Combs and 2 other men beat him up in 1999. According to the LA Times, Combs had a cameo appearance in a music video for the song Hate Me Now by Knob.
So Diddy been out here telling for a long time. So is Diddy out here been ratting or something? Okay.
And his scene was controversial. He was being nailed to a cross.
Then again, I don't need to be listening to everybody talking online or whatever, because, like, is any of this true?
Something that he helped conceive and that reportedly cost Interscope an extra $14,000 to make happen. Well, apparently, after talking to his mother and pastor, Combs had a change of heart and decided he didn't want that scene in the video. But when it premiered on TRL on MTV, who remembers that show? This happened a few days later. The scene was apparently still in there.
So what ended up happening? What happened? Is this going to be a loss? This is sounding irrelevant, okay?
Within minutes of LA Times about this alleged assault, saying, quote, 1 minute reportedly on his way to Interscope where he allegedly attacked Steve Stoute. And back in 1999, Stoute spoke with the LA Times about this alleged assault, saying,
So how is this assault, though? How is this assault? And just remember, this is all verbal. We don't really have the visuals from these, and if I see any of the visuals, I'm going to fast forward.
quote, 1 minute I'm in the middle of a meeting, and the next minute I'm down on the floor and Puffy and his guys are kicking and pounding me. One of them picks up a chair and throws it at me. Then Puffy throws my desk
See, Diddy been pounding dudes since the 90s. What the fuck?
over, and they just walk out like nothing happened. So at least part of the alleged assault was reportedly caught on surveillance video. Combs was, yes, arrested, originally faced felony assault charges, but those charges were later downgraded to a harassment violation. The LA Times indicated
Okay, so we got another one coming up. Let's see.
that Stoute had was quoted at the time as saying, fans. Well, this Combs was back in the headlines, and this was after a shooting at a New York City
Oh, this is the thing with Shine, I think. This is with Shine and J-Lo, if I remember correctly.
Nightclub. This is one you might remember. Combs was there with his then-girlfriend Jennifer Lopez around Christmas time when there was some sort of argument, weapons were drawn, shots rang out, bullets.
I've never heard anybody call J-Lo Jennifer Lopez. That seems crazy. And yeah, everybody knows about this Diddy case and what happened with Shine, but Shine actually got away and did something a little better, too.
Hit at least 3 innocent bystanders, including a woman named Natanya Rubin. And she would go on to testify against Combs at his trial in 2001, saying she saw the rapper fire a gun. Combs' bodyguard, Anthony Jones, and Lopez, they were chased by police when they left the scene, and a stolen gun was found in the car when they stopped. Lopez was also
Yeah, this was a crazy case, guys. This was a crazy case.
detained, which is why we have this kind of rather unflattering mugshot of her. But with respect to Lopez, charges weren't pursued. Jones, Combs, and a former bad boy rapper named Shine Barrow all were charged and went to trial. And prosecutors
Didn't I just say that? Didn't I just say that? If they say anything else, I say maybe you should subscribe. You're already halfway through this video.
alleged that Combs was the one who opened fire and then tried to bribe the driver of the car to take the fall for having the gun. But here's the thing. Jones and Combs were eventually acquitted of gun possession and bribery charges, but Shine was convicted of assault and reckless endangerment for the shooting, and he was sentenced to 10 years in prison and was released in 2009. Shine was actually deported to his home
And then Shine ended up doing way better after he got deported. He got deported in 2009. Who was president back then? Was it Trump? Trump deported Shine? We need to lock Trump up.
country of Belize after his release and has since become a successful politician there. But in recent years, Shine has said he was the fall guy.
I forgot. He definitely is a politician over there. He definitely was the politician over there, right? But I forget what he did, unless he's done multiple roles at this point within their government, trying to be their president at some point.
For the shooting, and that he continues to maintain his innocence in that. He claimed during a news conference in Belize in 2024 that he was defending Combs at the shooting trial, but then Combs brought in witnesses to testify against Shine. And during a round of recent interviews, Shine called Combs' plan to scapegoat him demonic. Now, in response, the representative.
Yeah, everybody knew Diddy was grimy. That's why we're going to have that Method Man interview when he was talking about the first time he met Diddy.
For Combs released a statement to TMZ saying Mr. Combs categorically denies Mr. Barrow's allegations, including any suggestion that he orchestrated Mr. Barrow to take the fall or sacrificed him by directing witnesses to testify against him. These claims are unequivocally false. Mr. Combs was acquitted of all charges related to the 1999 Club New York incident and has consistently maintained his innocence. He cannot accept or condone any characterization of his actions.
That's because Diddy is grimy. Okay, what else we got from Diddy?
P. Diddy, just Diddy, but his decision to drop the P and just go by Diddy in 2001 caused some problems across the pond. Because according to reporting from the BBC, a DJ in the UK had already been using the name Diddy for nearly a decade.
Oh yeah, Diddy switched his name like 30 fucking times. Like, it's irrelevant at this point. What's going on with Kid Rock?
The merchandise under the name Diddy in the UK. But now, we go to one of the earliest and most infamous tragedies involving Sean Combs. On December 28th, 1991,
Hold on.
Combs and fellow rapper Heavy D hosted a charity basketball game with promises that some of the proceeds
I'm too young to remember this one. Barely too young, but I'm too young to remember this one.
would be donated to an AIDS education group. So the game took place at the gymnasium of City College of New York. but the number of people who wanted inside quickly got out of hand. Reporting from the New York Daily News, the Washington Post, and the Associated Press at the time indicates that the gym had a max capacity of fewer than 3,000, but at least 5,000 people showed up wanting to get inside. According to the
Oh, this one he was talking about how people got ran down and everything. Now they about to have an interview from that. But I'd rather get the interview from Method Man than somebody that went to a Diddy concert a long time ago. We're gonna talk to somebody that like was up close and personal with Diddy. So give me a second for that, guy. So this interview with Method Man on the first time he met Diddy is going to speak for itself. And maybe we might have something special in store for you after this.
And I'm just like looking around at everything, and I'm starting to feel the tension. Before that, I wasn't feeling the tension. I mean, we was even the plane coming to LA. Suge was on our fucking plane. You know what I'm saying? So it was all love. I'm in there and just tension. It just felt weird. And I remember seeing Puff come through. That's where it started from. Yeah, I remember seeing Puff come through, and Puff had like 5 bodyguards with him. And this was like one of the only times Puff.
Yeah, we heard that from Styles last night, and Jadakiss talking about Puff running around with all these bodyguards. P. Diddy out here just like basically bullying people. Diddy been a big bully for a long time, and he wasn't a bully because he was a bully. He was a bully because he had bully money.
Does Puff ever stop to speak to me? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, back in them days, during those days, you know, Big was still alive, whatever. This one is first stop speaking to me and shit. So, you know, I felt a little uneasy. Like, what the fuck was that about? Puff don't do that shit. I'm like, what the fuck? So I had to shake it off, and I'm sitting up in the booth, and I remember.
Yeah, they had that beef going on or whatever, but I guess because he was with Death Row, he had to be at the West Coast. It was weird.
Somebody snapped me out of the funniest thing. Funniest person ever snapped me out of it. Latifah came through. For Dolo. You know, La got that bop. Man, that's you, Method Man? What the fuck you doing in that corner? I was like, yeah, what the fuck am I doing in this corner? Got up, passed me. I don't want to give her, you know. What up, Dana? What up?
Hey, everybody's seen How High in Here. If you ain't see How High in Here, maybe you should watch that next.
And after that, it was just Cooliente. To make a long story longer, we on our way out. Lights come on at the end of the party. Party over. Lights come on. I'm blowed now. I'm like, feel a tap on my shoulder. Turn around. It's Pac. Last time I ain't seen this nigga all night. I ain't know he was even in there. I turned around, Pac there. He's like, yo, you know, anybody want to fuck with this Wu-Tang next? We got no cameras every fucking where. So while he's saying this, I remember something, an altercation happened with RZA in Vegas. Something happened with the chain, and Pac was trying to tell me, you know, if I was there, that shit would have never happened. Blah, 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 blah. And I remember looking.
Yeah, there was a lot of crazy stuff happening back then. A lot of crazy stuff happening back then, guys. Like, the world was always crazy. We just didn't have the internet to expose it as quick.
No, and Suge was like this with the cigar in his mouth, looking down at me like, yeah. So I'm like, damn, I just want to play with this nigga. Why you looking at me crazy right now and shit, you know? So then I look at Pac, and Pac got a whole different face. His face looked like that picture before he died, that face he had. That look. He had that look on his face and shit, you know what I mean? And
yeah, that's crazy. He's talking about the t-shirt everybody be wearing.
I remember looking back down, and I couldn't understand anything he was saying after that because mad shit was going through my head, and I'm looking at the Death Row piece on his chain. Then he was like, yeah, we gonna all meet up, and I was like, yeah, you know how men do it. We're handling our business. Walked out. Soon as I walked out the club, Tracy Waples. Love Trey Watt.
Yeah, you about to hear this. Tied right back into the beginning, right?
Executive, worked behind the scene for a long time. She outside in a Benz like, Meth, come on, get in the car. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm not making a connection here. And I'm like, oh, that's Puff car.
Yeah, he didn't realize it was Diddy's car. Are you gonna get in Diddy's car? Are you gonna get in Diddy's car, Method?
That's Puffy car. Ain't no way I'm getting in that motherfucking car. No fucking way. Even though, you know, I ain't got no beef with Puff, and I ain't got no beef with my shit, but there's no way I'm getting. Because then it looks like you picking sides. I'll take a cab, thanks. Son, we went to Pink Dot, right down the block. Got you a little hot dog. We didn't even go in Pink.
I gotta make sure I tag this on, right? I gotta make sure I tag this on. Give me a sec. So you'll be able to find this video in the description because I just took the share or whatever. I'm about to start wrapping this video up, okay? But
All callers are AI. We don't know famous people.
This is a prepaid call from
This Diddy, they locked me up, man. Call
an
mine.
inmate at the county correctional facility. All phone calls are subject to recording and monitoring. To decline this call, press 9 now, and to accept this call, press 1 now. Thank you. Your call has been accepted.
what's up, Diddy? How you doing?
You gonna bail me?
Bail you? You ain't get bail yet, I don't think. Did they give you a bail yet?
I got a court date every day for a week, man. I ain't bailing out.
Yeah, bro. What you think about your trial odds? You feel like you're gonna win?
They got me on some BS, man. I'm innocent. Somebody snitched. They said I ran an organ trafficking ring, and I ain't no damn doctor. I never trafficked no organs.
Oh, okay. So I misunderstood. So that's why they say you trafficking men. You was trafficking organs?
Nah, man. They accusing me of human trafficking of young boys.
I thought it was grown men. I know what the tabloids are saying, but that's what the case said?
I don't traffic no boys or organ trafficking. They say I'm some type of monster man. I'm a family man. How could I possibly traffic in young boys? They just accusing me of something I ain't did, and I'm trying to prove it.
How long you think it's gonna take to prove it?
My attorney said I might be in here for a couple years, depending if the jury buy it or not.
Yeah, you've been in there for a while now. I don't think it's been a whole year yet, though.
Nah, not yet, but it feels like it.
Hey, yeah, you've been in there for a while, Diddy. You've been in there for a while. How you feeling about, like, is any of your artists keeping in contact with you?
A couple of them stopped by to visit me, but most of them scared to come down here. I think they don't want to be seen as endorsing a human trafficker, but I know they still love me and I'm innocent, so they'll get back in touch with me when I get out.
Okay. Is you still running Bad Boy Records from in there?
Nah, not now. I lost the company to the feds when they locked my company accounts down. They trying to say I was laundering money, but I wasn't though. I was just paying employees and stuff. I need a team of good lawyers, but I can't really afford that, man. I'm broke in jail.
Hold on, you trying to get lawyer money, Diddy?
Yeah, man, I'm doing a fundraiser on Kickstarter to try to get some lawyer money. It's the last thing I can do. It ain't easy though. Everybody thinks I got big money, but I don't. I've been in this jail so long, my lawyers dropped me, and I don't have any of my cash.
I'm so confused about that because, like, I thought you was a billionaire.
Nah, I was. I lost it all. My lawyers sold off all my assets, and the feds kept all the money when they took it. I went from rich to broke in a second, and now all I got is my clothes in here. I can't even afford the commissary snacks. It's rough in here, man.
Yeah, I never thought Diddy would be calling me begging for money.
I ain't begging nobody. I'm just saying I need some money for a good lawyer, man. Please, man. I need $20. I'm starving, bro.
Are they extorting you that bad in there, Diddy?
You know me, bro. I'm a spoiled man. I'm used to caviar. Now I'm eating this bologna. I hate bologna, bro.
You hate bologna? What the fuck is bologna?
I need a steak, man, with some fries and a bottle of Merlot. It's killing me in here, bro.
Hey, you know, bro. You know. So how long you think you're gonna win this case?
If I can get a team of lawyers, maybe a year. But I ain't got the money for that, bro. That lawyer money is out of my price range. I'm poor, man. I'm broke.
So did you like already spend your money on this trial going on right now? Cause like you got a team of lawyers right now. Is you talking about you think you're gonna have to appeal this?
I had a team, and they cost a lot of money. They took all my assets, man. I sold my house, sold my jet, sold every car I own, everything to pay for the lawyers, and still they took my money. They saying they're gonna do a retrial if I can't afford more lawyers.
Wow. I never thought I'd be talking to Diddy begging me for $1.
I need $1, bro. $1 would give me a bag of Doritos and some coffee.
So you drinking coffee now?
If I can find some coffee in here, it's probably stale ass coffee anyway. I like my coffee rich and smooth like me, man. This jail got me drinking weak brown water.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. So how long you think? I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't have no money to send you or whatever. I was hoping you was gonna send me some money or something. The fuck?
Nah, man, I ain't got no money, bro. And please don't tell nobody I called you. I don't want my jailmates finding out I'm begging for cash. They gonna tease me.
Hey, you probably deserve to get teased.
Why you say that, man? I'm just hungry is all. I'm missing my coffee and my fancy food. Man, I miss the good life. This jail life, it ain't for me, man.
Well, you shouldn't have been touching boys.
I ain't touching on no boys, bro. I'm innocent, man. You need to believe in that. I need you to come testify at my trial, man. Please do that for me, bro. You gotta help me out.
I don't even know you. This is a random number you called.
I know that, man. Listen, you're my friend, and I need you to help me. Please, man, help me get out of here. I ain't trafficking boys, man. You gotta believe me.
I only know you from TV. You do not know me. We never met a day in my life, dude.
Damn, you gonna be like that? Fine, man. I'll call someone else for money. I thought you was my friend, bro.
Get the fuck out of here, then. Goofy.